And hello again, everybody. It's Cardinal telecast here. Red Bull Wrestling tonight. The Fairmont and Martin County Red Bulls versus the Marshall Tigers for the Big South Conference Championship. Announcing the starting lineup, Jesse Potts for the Red Bulls at 106. Then it's Lucas Jagodzinski at 113. At 120 for the Red Bulls, Jackson Roman. At 126 for the Tigers, Connor Roth. For the Cardinals, or the Red Bulls, I'll say that a few times tonight, is Jagodzinski. It looks like you're going to bump everybody up. Balk with me tonight. How you doing, Balk?
How you doing?
At 138, Noah Jensen for the Tigers. And for the Red Bulls, Cale Stuber. He'll be bumped up a weight. At 145, Colton Marcy, a freshman, against the junior, Peyton Anderson. At 152 for the Tigers, Jackson Hughes, the junior, Miles Fitzgerald. At 160 for Marshall, Grant Luagi, sophomore. Nathan Simmons, the junior. 170 for the Tigers, Elijah Sterner. For the Red Bulls, Mario Maldonado, also a senior. At 182, Tigers, Zach Stahl. Garrett Myron will be wrestling at 182. At 195, Jaden Barr, a junior. Shane Steinbrink will be wrestling at that 195. At 220, Zach Velsine, a senior, and Jacob Ron at 220 for the Red Bulls. 285, Cole Velsine, and for Fairmont at 285, Everardo Hernandez, the sophomore. So Steinbrink will be wrestling at 195. Tigers head coach, Justin Bauman. Spelled B-O-U-W-M-A-N. I don't know if that's the correct way. Bauman's over there in Marshall. I know they're spelled without the W in there.
Yeah, I've heard it. Maybe.
Yeah. Also, for the Red Bulls, the head coach, Adam Williamson. Red Bulls 16-1 on the season. Marshall Lakeview Tigers 14-1 here at 106. Balk?
All right, here we go. Potts is out there, 106-pounder. Did learn that the Potts has a little Lang blood in him, Lang's sister. So he'd be a cousin to Tristan Lang, and his uncles are both state champions. So that helps him out a little bit. You get a lot of coaching right around the dinner table at festivities.
Yeah, you got to have a few Potts at the table to eat from there.
There you go.
He's ranked number 9, Jesse Potts, last rankings according to the Guillotine.
Yeah, nice shot by the Marshall wrestler there, Luigi.
Dylan Luigi, a 7th grader. Potts, a 9th grader.
Potts is having a pretty good year this year.
Yep, 31-8 on the season.
Yeah, I guess when the Langs get together at the Potts house, they have a potluck, don't they?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, nice shot again.
And they got to have those pot passers like the Hillbillies did.
Nice single leg. Let's see if he can finish. Potts is working the edge there, and I think he's going to get out, and he does. Threw in a nice whizzer there, and was able to get both of the feet out of bounds, so no takedown.
Under a minute to go here, period number 1.
Yeah, Luigi looks like a lankier, one of the taller 106-pounders you're ever going to see. He gets in nice deep on another single, low single. Kind of driving, kind of does the Okie State style single, as they call that, after Oklahoma State. John Smith, Olympic champion.
Half a minute to go, period number 1.
Still driving, working the edge. Potts has got to push that head down, and he did. No takedown.
21 seconds, period number 1. The Red Bulls did not wrestle Marshall during the season, but they matched up in a couple of tournaments.
Have a stall warning against Potts there, and that's going to come when the other opponent there is taking all the shots. Now Potts is in on a shot of his own. Not a great shot, but only a little time left.
End of period 1. Jesse Potts versus Dylan Luwagi here at 106. Some proud supporters of Red Bull Athletics: Culligan Water, Olson Reynolds, Bowmore Lanes, Doolittle Carpet and Paints. I see Jack Doolittle in the house, former wrestler.
Yeah, Jack Doolittle, the Unkie boys are here. It's great to see a bunch of the alumni wrestlers there.
Yeah, Kurt Unkie.
Jack had an exceptional career and actually might have been one of the first state champion from Fairmont, but he had appendicitis at the state tournament.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's nice to stand next to a Hall of Famer up here. Mr. Powerless Bout.
yeah,
And Gopher wrestler.
there's a nice
Reversal.
there by Potts. Now he's going right to another combination, right to the pinning combination right away. That's the best way to work that. He's got him on his back. He just needs to settle in. Minute 21 to go. Plenty of time. Got his near fall.
3 more points.
3 more points just with a nice little tilt there.
5-0. Potts here at 106 against Dylan Uwagi.
Running the crossface.
Potts.
Another cheap tilt. He's working that tilt again. If he can hook his legs and get the hips and run that over. He wants to hook the leg and then arch his back. Now I think he's working towards a cradle. Towards a far side cradle.
These two teams might match up again this year in the section again. Last year
they were in the section finals.
Yeah, 49-20, the Red Bulls defeated Marshall and then went on to finish runner-up in the state. What an exciting year it was last year.
Very memorable. In fact, the Red Bulls only have 2 dual meet losses in the last 2 years, and they both come to the state champion, Castlin Mantorville.
Yeah, last year in the state, it was 49-9. This year they met up in the duels over there, the Swallow duels, with Castlin winning 48-18. Yeah. In the period 2, 5-0. Potts on top of Luwagi. Hey, other proud supporters include AOK Plumbing Heating, Bank Midwest, Fairmont Photo Press, Fairmont Body Shop.
Dylan Luigi, he chose neutral in the 3rd period. Probably his best option there since Jay Gazinski was able to handle him in the down position.
Potts, you mean?
Or yeah, Potts, I'm sorry. Yeah. Jay Gazinski will be coming up.
Yep. 138, period number 3, and off the circle. Yeah,
Potts will have to make sure that he keeps in the back of mind. He's got a stall call on him.
Mm-hmm. Minute and a half here in period number 3. Potts ahead, 5-0.
Nice drop down the front headlock. He needs to do something. He needs to come around the angle. There you go. Now he's into the single. He needs to come across or drive it across or rotate behind like he's doing now. He has the ankle. If he can get that hooked, that looks like 2 points to me. Not to the official, though.
No.
I think he's waiting to get that arm out. Oh.
I think Coach Williamson wanted it too.
I think they stopped that prematurely. There was action going there, but they called the stalemate.
Under a minute to go, period 3. Potts ahead, 5-0.
Leggey in on a long shot. Nice fend off there by Potts. Potts, if he comes, Luigi comes in a little harder and he might get that head up and he might just headlock him. Good hips by by Potts there. There's an example right there. Look at that. The hips put him down, got the 2-point takedown.
7-1. Potts.
Now he's going to work on turning him again. Third period. He needs
20 seconds.
One more turn, and he'll have his major decision for the team points to get 4 instead of 3.
13 seconds.
He's doing all he can to run him over. If he could pin him here, it'd be better. 8 seconds to go.
A tough view by the official there.
He has to lift his head to get his hips off the mat. And 3-point near fall.
3 more points for Potts. He wins at 10-1 here at 106.
Very good match for Potts. Very consistent there. Had good hips, didn't get taken down during the whole match. And once he got on top and took it to him there, get some good turns.
Here at 113 for the Red Bulls, Lucas Jagodinsky, sophomore, against Zaki Lar, a junior. Lar ranked number 7 in the guillotine polls. Lucas Jagodinsky, ranked number 5, will have a good match here.
Lar is in on a single, and he lifted the single well, but Jagodinsky's fighting it off. No control yet. Jagodinsky's fighting it off with a whizzer. He's got to keep his hips solid. Lars going to drive across. He has to drive across to finish this. And Jagodinsky's got to continue to have pressure forward. And good finish now. He finally ran the pipe there, as they call it, on the single leg in rotation and got the takedown.
2 for Key Lar, 1:15 here in the first period. Lucas Jagodinsky, sophomore. Lar, the junior. Both ranked in the state.
What was Jagodinsky ranked again?
He's ranked number 5.
Oh, yeah, this is an even match right here.
Yep. Key Lar ranked number 7. 50 seconds here, period number 1.
Well, he needs to get at least an escape here in this 48 seconds. Make it 2-1. Let's see what he can do here.
Up next is Roman and Zalaeh. 45 seconds here, period number 1.
There it is. Nice sit out, reversal. Not quite yet. He hasn't given the reversal yet.
A nice move by Jagodinsky.
At the very least, he's going to get lost of control. There's your 2-point reversal.
We're tied at 2 with a half a minute to go, period number 1.
Very nice, quick move. Nice short sit out, reversal. Now let's see what Jagodinsky can do on top. See if he can ride him out for 16 seconds. That's about all we can expect here. 8 seconds as they go back to the center. He's going to ride him out here. That's good wrestling there on both wrestlers in that first period.
Hey, Chirp here along Powerless Belk. Red Bull Wrestling against the Marshall Tigers for the Big South Championship. Red Bulls 16-1. Marshall 14-1 on the season.
Another short set. Uses his hips well. He's got him on his back, and this might be it. I don't think Lar's been on his back much, and there it is.
What a quick move. A pin.
He did the same short sit, got the reversal, and went right into a pinning combination, got his hips down, put in the half Nelson, and it was all over. A lot of times a good wrestler like that, the ranked wrestlers, don't get on their back much. So when you get there, you aren't used to being there. So very nice job by Jagodinsky getting that fall.
What a match. Blake Jagodinsky here at 120. And at 120, Hazla E.H. is his last name, but junior. He's also ranked. He's ranked number 8. Blake Jagodinski wrestling here now. Blake 6-2 on the season.
6-2, okay.
I was looking for Lucas's record, but I don't see that here.
Marshall is in there on a nice deep shot. Jagodinski counters. He's got him. Nice takedown. Good awareness of the pressure there. Good scramble by both wrestlers, but Jagodinski didn't give up, and he drove in and fought the pressure and drove it across to get the takedown. Trying to get a leg in now. He might have to concede the reversal here. Oh, now it's, 2 reversal.
Yeah, for Zalae. E.H. is his last name.
In Canada, E.H. would be A. But,
yeah, A.
A. We'll go A.
There you go. 50 seconds here. Period number 1. 10-0. The Red Bulls lead the Tigers for the Big South Conference Championship.
He's got that arm barred pretty tight now. It's Jagodinski's going to have to put his other elbow in the mat. Rather than pushing back with his hand, he needs to just dig his elbow in and kind of scoot his way back and build his base up.
25.
Now he's up to his base. Turn.
And get a reversal.
Keep turning, and now drive right back into him.
Yep.
Drive back in, get your 1.
15 seconds, and...
Oh, and he didn't give him loss of control on that.
He
That's
didn't. 2-2 the...
Kind of a trivial call on that one.
Match score here. You thought he should have got 1?
I thought he should have got 1. He's totally facing, and he actually had Oz leg there.
Yep.
So, but the official, you have to go with it. 2-2.
Into period 1, 2-2. Blake Jagodinski and Zalae, the junior, Jagodinski. Wrestling at 120 instead of Jackson Roman. Period number 2.
All right, Jagodinski, there was a switch and a re-switch. Now go right to that. There you go. Put the half in. There's good awareness.
Almost.
Just about had near fall points there.
Rolled him over.
Okay. Now he needs to reestablish his position.
And dangerous.
That's kind of fortunate right for us there. That potentially dangerous.
Still 2-2. Blake Jagodinski, 6-2 on the season in the varsity. Red Bulls lead the match 10-0. A pin by Lucas Jagodinski and a 10-1 decision by Jesse Potts.
Let's see if the Jagodinski twins can both win here tonight. It just shows you how deep the Red Bulls are at the lower weights. I mean, Blake here would be wrestling varsity for about any other team there. He's taking on the number 5 ranked?
Marshall, number 7.
Number 7 ranked in the state.
Yeah.
And not
holding
only
his
is he
own.
hanging with him, he's actually taking it to him.
Yes. No points there.
Nice cross-body ride there.
50 seconds left to go, period number 2.
Good leg ride. He's going to try and work him across there. The Oz starting to reach. Now he just needs to arch that back.
And roll him over.
Should be a count. There's a count.
Yeah. Period number 2.
He needs to adjust the hips. He's got him pinned.
Yes. Second pin for the Bulls. Blake Jagodinski in the second period. 16-0.
There you go.
Holy cow.
Very nice. And that's the way you wrestle. That's how deep we are. I mean, you go out there, you guys rank 5th in the state, doesn't matter. Go ahead and take him down. He's wrestling guys that are that good in the room.
Jackson Roman here, wrestling at 126.
So the Jagodzinski brothers, the pinning machines there.
Pair of pins.
Jackson Roman, defending state champion.
Wrestling here at 126 against Connor Roth. Jackson ranked number 3 at 120. He's wrestling up here at 126.
Roman's always an aggressive wrestler. I've mentioned this before. Roman is nephew to the Fitzgerald boys, and they were all state placers or state champions. Johnny was 3-time state champion.
Roth, a junior, Roman, a sophomore. He was all tourney last year.
Roman's a kind of a takedown machine. He does a lot of good drilling, I imagine, in practice. Just driving in, getting a takedown, cutting him loose, get another takedown, and eventually take him to his back for bigger points. There it is.
It is. 2 points. 4-1. The score here, period 1. A minute to go.
Now you either turn him or cut him if you're as good as Roman is on his feet. And he'll try and turn him maybe here on the edge and maybe just drive him off the edge and get a new start.
Jackson Roman. Him and Jordan Walter were on the news last night. They were KEYC Players of the Week.
That's a pretty good deal.
It was. Both of them said their goal was to get back to the state tournament, and they're on their way.
It's not an easy thing, you're in the top 16 if you're in the state tournament. A lot of people think it's not that difficult, but you're in the top 16. You're a pretty good wrestler, real good wrestler, actually. Both Walter and him have over 100 wins. And
there's Roman.
Roman's going to have another win added to that pretty quickly. I think Roman has 150.
Yeah, and there it is. Pinned by Roman.
He just used the deep half to roll him over, and then lifted that elbow on the once you got him over and got the pin arched a little bit. Very nice pinning combination there.
Jackson Roman with the third pin here for the Red Bulls. Makes it 22-0. 132, Lucas Hodges for the Tigers, and then Connor Simmons will be wrestling here at 132. Simmons, also a sophomore. Connor, ranked number 7 in the state.
The Marshall wrestler got behind him there, but didn't get a takedown at all.
Wow. 3 pins here, and a decision by Jesse Potts. 22-0 over the Marshall Tigers here for the Big South Championship. Abe Balk and Chirp here from the Cardinal Gym.
They're both tied up. One of the wrestlers is going to have to figure out how to control the tie or get a snap down into a takedown. Simmons and that wants to do the snap down, and there's a nice slide by. Nice slide by the Marshall wrestler.
That's Connor Roth.
Roth, a nice, but again a nice counter by Simmons.
Or make that Hodges. Lucas Hodges at 132.
Hodges.
I'm sorry, a senior.
So they called that a takedown and an escape there in that little.
So it's 2-1 for Marshall. Roman behind here with a minute to go, period number 1.
Simmons is going to have to get a stalemate here, maybe.
Or excuse me, yeah. Connor Simmons.
All right, Simmons might come out of this. Okay, there we go.
And they got him switched.
A nice shot there.
Switched on the program. Connor Simmons against Lucas Hodges. I know Jordan Walter extended his elbow there, and Simmons with a hip.
Yeah,
they've wrestled
a lot of tournaments, and sometimes they get banged up a little bit. So,
and the coach for Marshall contesting that, Justin Bauman.
So maybe maybe these guys are maybe ready to go if we really needed them, but we're looking into deeper things for the next couple weeks here.
The section's coming up.
So you send in the reinforcements, and the reinforcements have really done well.
Yeah, the Red Bulls earned the #1 seed in Section 3AA, and they'll host 3 matches here Thursday, February 14th as period #1 comes to an end. And the first match will be Fulda against Laverne, and then we'll wrestle the winner of that one on Thursday, February 14th. Valentine's Day, what are you getting me?
What am I getting you? Probably the same thing as last year. Forgot about you.
Yeah. 22-0 in the match. 2-1. Hodges leading Simmons here.
I was going to get you some candy hearts there, Chirp, but I guess they're not making them
They're
anymore.
not making them anyway. But I talked to Glendon down at Good News Bookstore. He said he had a few, but they got some scripture on those hearts.
That works. Nice drive there by Simmons on that takedown. He doesn't have it taken down yet.
And Coach Williamson wants it.
Yeah, you need to slide that arm out. But now the score, it's still 2-1. I couldn't believe he gave the takedown to the Marshall wrestler. We must have had one pressure point down when he came around before, and the other slide by it. But nice shot by Simmons again, drives through, and that's going to be a takedown right there.
3-2, Red Bull.
Nice driving double leg takedown.
Simmons regains the lead here in period #2. 1:05 to go here in period #2.
Now Simmons is applying a lot of pressure, and you're seeing the Hodges kind of fade away a little bit here. There's a minute to go left in this second period. So a lot of that comes with conditioning. So we'll see if Simmons can ride him out and wear him down a little bit more, maybe turn him, or at least get him kind of a little bit more tired for the third period.
Marshall won their section, 14-1, and then there was Dawson Boyd, Lacapara Valley, Montevideo, 18-10.
Trying a cheap tilt there, trying to suck him into the hips there.
Yeah.
Marshall wrestler wisely get his hips back down.
In the Big South, Fairmont on top of St. Peter, Blue Earth, Dual, Waseca, St. James in that order. Marshall in the Big Southwest, ahead of Redwood Valley, Worthington, Windham, Jackson County Central, Pipestone, and Laverne. These two met last year for the section championship. The Red Bulls and the Tigers, with Fairmont coming on top, 49-20.
Good hits for the Tiger
2
wrestler.
seconds.
Nothing yet.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nope.
A 3-2 match here at 1:32. Connor Simmons and Lucas Hodges.
The official signaled he saw his leg in, and that's kind of was saving them there on that ride out there. 3-2 Simmons. Simmons needs a quick move there, which he didn't have the first move off the whistle, and now he's down on his belly. Needs the base up, which he's done. Now he needs to do something there. Tried to control an arm a little bit. Marshall wrestler trying to chop that arm down. He's done a good job. He's got his head on the mat. Simmons needs to build his base up.
You think that helped Red Bulls wrestling more tournaments than duels and trianglers?
Well, what it does is it gets you
more matches.
In a habit of tournament wrestling. And it's all practice until the section and the state. And so if you can practice more tournaments, I think that's a better thing.
Well, speaking of tournaments, the Red Bulls finished first at the Red River Riot, ahead of third place Marshall. Sartell St. Stephen was second. They did well in the Brandon Valley tournament, finishing second to a state-ranked South Dakota team, Canton.
Simmons got his escape, as he had 4-2. He tried a little dump there, but Marshall wrestler's fairly talented in his position there, so that didn't work out too well.
43 seconds here in period #3. 4-2 Red Bull.
I'm pretty confident he can take him down. Simmons can take him down. It's a matter of getting after it. He shot from a long ways away there. He tried the double again, but he shot from an open shot rather than setting it up.
30 seconds. Period #3. Simmons with a 4-2 lead.
Simmons off the whistle might be able to get that shot across there and take him down. He needs I'd like to see him do a snap right into the double or single to a double. Oh, now the Marshall wrestler took a nice shot.
Yeah.
Simmons whizzes it off, gets his hip back in good position.
12 seconds, 4-2 lead for Simmons.
Needs to hit a shot here. He needs to just hit a shot and win this match.
4 seconds and in the
desperation throw there by the Marshall wrestler. Good match on both wrestlers' parts there.
4-2. Connor Simmons with the win, makes it 25-0. Red Bulls over the Marshall Tigers here for the Big South Conference. Here's Cale Stuber wrestling at 138, Jordan Walters' normal weight. Cale Stuber, a junior, and Noah Jensen, a junior, here for the Tigers.
Stuber has a real good career going too.
Yeah, Cale Stuber, he's ranked number 4 in state.
His brother Colin graduated last year. They miss him in the lineup, but Colin, I remember, had a big pin in the Scott West duel up there at the state tournament in the semifinals and clinched it.
Stuber 29-8 on the season. A minute and a half to go here, first period.
Stuber very flexible, gets in some of these flurry positions, as we call them, that's going on right now. Still nothing.
That's what you can get me for Valentine, a flurry. We've got some new owners at the Dairy Queen coming up. Or a blizzard.
All right. Still nothing. They're probably going to call a stalemate here pretty quick.
Yeah,
well, here we go. Stuber has an opportunity now. He needs to finish.
You got him by that leg. On the edge of the circle, though. No points. 138 here. Cale Stuber against Noah Jensen. Both juniors. 29-8 on the season. Cale Stuber.
Marshall's kind of a traditional powerhouse, too, in wrestling. They've got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Talked to John Sterner. He's actually sitting across there, the big guy across the gymnasium there. He was a 190-pound national champion, and he wrestled for his father, Coach Sterner, at Southwest State.
Oh.
So he was Southwest State's first ever
in Marshall there.
At Marshall. So we've been good buddies for years. And Brother Jay wrestled him in high school, and Jay was 2 years older, and Jay beat him, I think, 10-2. Jay was a senior, he's a sophomore, and Jay won the region that year. And he said, "You're going to be a good wrestler." So, and then we actually, when I coached, we bumped into a few times, and I got him recruited for the old 9-man football team. He was a tremendous running back in college and high school too. So
yeah, the amateur football team.
So we had a lot of fun with that.
Cale Stuber here, the junior against Noah Jensen, the junior here, period number 2. Red Bulls lead the match, 25-0, 3 pins.
Well, I'd say they're even on their feet in the first period. There's Stuber and Jensen. I think it's going to take a little commitment if it comes down to a takedown in overtime, but we'll worry about that if we come to it. Stuber working the crossbody ride, he's got to work that to get a turn. He has to break him down. Jensen's just trying to fight it a little bit. He gets to his feet. He'll have to break it. Nope, didn't break it there. Stuber hooks up a near side cradle.
Possibility here.
There should be count going right now. Should have been a count. The ref was out of position. He got his 2 points.
Got the 2.
It should have been 3.
Still.
And are they going to call this continuation of the move? I think they are. Because the hold didn't break, so.
Oh, they gave him 3.
He's going to get 3.
Yep.
But the first near fall.
Yep. Kept the same count,
but it was
same
the
roll.
Same hold, didn't break.
Yep.
So
under a minute here in period number 2. Stuber leads Jensen 3-0.
Now that opened up a big opportunity there for Stuber. Now if they do end up on their feet, he's down 3-0, Jensen is, and that's going to be a big deficit. So Jensen if you want to go from the Marshall strategy right now, Jensen wants to get at least 1 point because then a takedown will tie it. And so I would imagine Jensen will probably be his, if it's his choice or not, but if his choice, he'll probably go neutral because he hasn't found any proficiency on countering the leg attack of Stuber.
And about 5 seconds left here in period number 2. 3-0. Stuber with the lead. Lucas Jagodzinski with his pen goes to 29-4. Jesse Potts opened up with a decision, a 10-1 decision.
Oh, he went down.
Yeah, surprised me.
Yeah.
2-minute period. And we're in the final period, period number 3. Yeah, 138.
I think that might have been Stuber's choice. Are we red or green tonight?
That's a good question.
Usually. The next match we'll find out.
We'll find out, yeah.
But I thought he pointed to Stuber for choice, and Stuber selected up.
Well, the red's on the right on the circle, green's on the left.
So we're going to
install
a stall call. So you've got to kind of work that for a turn.
We're talking about the armbands on the official here.
Yeah.
In the circle.
But Stuber's really good in the top position. You know, usually you have your wrestler go down, you know, if it's their choice, so you can get that point for an escape or reversal. But he's up 3-0, and you know, I think he's a good enough turner. He rode him completely out, so it doesn't. Marshall wrestler Jensen there, he doesn't look like has a chance at getting out. So, you know, the worst thing could happen is Stuber gets a stall call for 1, and then he'd have to get another one for another point, and then another one for 2 points.
Connor Simmons, 35-4 on the season.
Jensen's underneath that leg now, but Stuber has good flexibility. That even if Jensen has that leg underneath, he's still pretty comfortable in there. Stuber working a half as he tries to go over.
Cale Stuber.
Now he's in a little bit of trouble, but as long as he doesn't give up a reversal, he's fine.
3-0 with 10 seconds to go here in period number 3.
And he's going to ride him out.
A 3-0 win for Cale Stuber at 138. Makes it 28-0. Red Bulls here for the Big South Championship versus the Marshall Tigers. Both coaches over at the table there. Maybe going to mix up some wrestlers here again.
145 pounds for Marshall,
Colton Marcy, freshman. Peyton Anderson here at 145. Peyton Anderson, 32-7 on the season. Stuber. Wins his match. He goes to 30-8.
All right, Anderson working it, going around. There you go. Nice little kind of snap around. Good pressure. Went right around, got his 2 points. Anderson looks for a quick cradle. Now drives him off the mat.
Peyton Anderson, a junior. Colton Marcy, a freshman. Anderson on top in the black leotard with the Red Bull on the back. Marshall, leotard with trimmed in orange and white. Marshall Tigers last year finished 20-3. The Red Bulls 27-1.
Anderson's driving it across there.
Red Bulls ranked.
Nice. Reverse half now. Now he's got trying to adjust. He's got his points.
Red Bulls ranked number 4 in state, and who else on top? Casson Manorville. Points here for Anderson with a minute to go. He leads 5-0.
3-point near fall, working the arm bar again, going to drive it, and he needs to take a big step as he goes across. He's got him bellied out, that's the big thing. Take it, there you go. Okay. Now he just needs to sit back, adjust. He's going into the reverse half there. Take that elbow to the sky. Arch back, and you're good. Got a pin for Peyton Anderson.
Here in period number 1, the second pin in the match here in the first period. Jackson Roman got one. Now Peyton Anderson. Peyton was ranked in state number 3. Miles Fitzgerald and Jackson Hughes matching up here in 152 weight. Hughes for the Tigers, a senior. Fitzgerald, a junior.
All right, Fitzgerald coming out of that Martin County West area there. Once again, they're like the Langs. They talk wrestling probably all the time at the family reunions. A lot of talent in the Fitzgerald name. Nice single leg to a double, and he's just about there. He needs to break the hands, maybe lock. If he can lock that ankle, he'd probably still have a takedown. He can't quite scoop that ankle.
No points yet.
He's kind of looking to put him on his back here, maybe from the
a stalemate.
Cradle. We're up 34-0. Fairmont Martin County West Red Bulls.
In the Big South Championship, Marshall won the Big South West title. And the Fairmont Martin County West Red Bulls won the Big South East title. 16-1, the Red Bulls, 14-1.
Nice.
Marshall, here's some more points.
Took him off, went right up to the upper body there after got him off his feet. Now he's got the cradle locked. See if he can get the pin here.
Yeah, and they're edging off that circle. Can he pull him back on?
He can pull him back on. He can pull him up. Now they're going to say off the mat.
And some more back points. 42 seconds, period number 1. 5-0 here for Peyton Anderson.
Good instinct that time by Fitzgerald to go right to the feet to the back there.
Or Miles Fitzgerald, excuse me.
Okay.
Anderson won the previous match. 152. Miles Fitzgerald
needs to come up, change his levels, as they say. Change your levels, drive through. Okay, if he can. He's just baiting him right there with that arm, Fitzgerald is. He's letting him have that whizzer. And he wants to drive across and kind of bring that up to a bars the guards, they call, to get that other knee. Now he's just driving straight through, but he's stopped.
And
got a
whistle stop.
What is the stop in action?
Illegal?
I think he grabbed the headgear.
Yeah, and took him down.
Boy, is that fortunate for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald needed to keep driving straight through there.
Miles 15-12 on the season. 5 seconds here left in period number 1. 6-1.
Fitzgerald had a nice start to that, but he stopped midway, and Marshall countered very well.
2 minutes put up here for period number 2. Red Bulls lead the match 34-0. Miles Fitzgerald here at 152 against Jackson Hughes, junior versus senior.
There it is. Drive that across. Needs to drive more. Hughes has good position now. It's about an equal toss up there. Depends on what wrestler's going to commit here and apply the right pressure.
And off the circle with a minute and a half to go here, period number 2. 152. Miles Fitzgerald, and he's had a few cousins and brothers wrestling.
Yeah, I don't think you're in the Fitzgerald household if you haven't wrestled. So, generational.
Minute 13 to go here, period number 2. Casson Manorville ranked number 1. Simley ranked number 2. Perham, state tournament football foe, ranked number 3. The Red Bulls ranked number 4. Scott West, number 5. Waconia, number 6. Fairmont, the Red Bulls and Waconia matched up last year.
Now he pancaked him right there. Nice dump. Set him up well for that. Applied the pressure. At the very least, he got his takedown. Now you got 2-point near fall. Up 10-1. Now he's got to look for maybe more bonus points. 10-1, make it a 16-1. It'd be a tech fall.
Under a half a minute to go here, period number 2. Perham and Casson matched up in the state tournament last year. Fairmont, Martin County West matched up with Scott West in the semifinal there. Thought it was Perham, but they're ranked again, Perham and Red Bulls. Marshall ranked number 10 in our class. Right now, the number 4 ranked Red Bulls on top in this match for the Big South, 34-0. And Fitzgerald leading Hughes 10-1 here in period number 2 with 5 seconds to go.
Good wrestling here, just hanging on. Make sure he doesn't give up a 1-point escape or a 2-point reversal here. 3 seconds, you just keep him down to the mat and go into the third period. Caution.
Caution. Kind of like a false start.
And red is Marshall.
Gotcha. In the period number 2, 10-1, Fitzgerald here at 152 on top of Jackson Hughes from the Marshall Tigers. Hey, other proud supporters, the Red Bull Athletics, Taste Tree Service, CCF Inc., Thrive Financial, JL Computers, Fairmont Ford, Associate Optometry, Replay, video games, electronics, and more. The Ranch Family Restaurant. There you go. You take me to the Ranch for Valentine's Day.
The Ranch. Good eating place there, yeah.
They got that 40-item salad bar. Can't pass that up.
Say, you know, the last time I got to give a shout out here. The last time I've seen him and talked to him a little bit, but the last time I was doing radio, you had to reach out and you got another heavyweight at least.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You're getting these real smart heavyweights, as they call us.
Well, see, that way when I stand next to you guys, I look a little skinnier than I am.
Yeah, so shout out to Scott Hines. I watched that on the cable and he did a real nice job with that. So.
Yeah, he's here tonight.
He's here tonight as well.
Yeah.
So.
He works at one of our sponsors down there, the Fairmont Butcher Block.
That's where I bumped into him.
There you go. You can get me one of those Valentine specials, ribeye steak for 2.
Yeah, very good. Fitzgerald, another takedown, routine takedown there. Now, I think you probably just cut him loose maybe and go from the feet to the back.
Yeah, it's 12-2. Major decision here.
He's having he's got to either turn him in the next 10 seconds or cut him, if he wants to get that tech fall.
45 seconds to go. Miles Fitzgerald. 15-12 on the season. He's got a 12-2 lead here. 152.
30 seconds.
And the Red Bulls are blanking here. Marshall.
Coach Williamson's clapping him on there. There he goes. He's going to cut him.
You mean try for more points?
Yep, you're just going to let him have the 1 point.
12-3.
Nice. Now if he can take it to his back, go right to the back here. Nope.
And there's the 2.
There's 2.
14-3.
14-3.
Fitzgerald, let him go again.
Well, you're running out of time now.
Yeah, under 10 seconds now.
If he'd have cut him the first time at a minute, got a takedown at 30 seconds, he could have cut him twice and taken him down.
Fitzgerald.
Very good effort.
Little celebration there by Fitzgerald. He wins 14-3. 38. Zip. The Red Bulls on top of the Marshall Tigers here for the Big South Championship.
I like the way Fitzgerald wrestled there, build up a big lead. You have the talent. You know, sometimes you got to give and take. You know, a takedown's worth 2, and you know, just giving the guy the stand up there gives him a point each time. So you know, nothing wrong as long as you can get those takedowns and build a big cushion.
160 here. Nathan Simmons, the junior for the Red Bulls. Grant Luagi, the sophomore here for the Marshall Tigers. And Nathan Simmons, ranked number 9 in the state.
Simmons is very talented as well for the Red Bulls. I keep saying that, but just have a lot of talent up and down the lineup here.
Speaking of the state, that'll be February 28th, March 2nd up there at the XL Center. Whoa, and off the mat they go. 160 here.
Simmons says that's all right. You know, nothing intentional to put him out on the floor, but if you run out of mat, that's the next available space.
Nate Simmons, 30-8 on the season. 4 pins here in the match for the Red Bulls, who lead 38-0 for the Big South Championship.
I think that's probably about a 30-foot circle out there, maybe 28-foot.
Yeah.
Most of your high school mats.
Well, you got to do that diameter thing. Pi r squared or something.
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
yeah, you know. Or just
and a
roll
takedown.
around it. Nice takedown by Simmons there. Now it looks like a nice reversal attempt here. Simmons got to keep that driving in there. He does a nice job. Luigi did a nice switch attempt, just about had it, but Simmons lost the contact lens there, I believe, or something. I guess we'll just leave it. We'll wrestle with one eye shut and one eye closed there. I always had that trouble too. I had to wear contact lenses, and sometimes they come out. And you just can't see the scoreboard.
Wrestling blind, right?
Yeah.
30 seconds here, period number 1. 2-0 lead here for Nate Simmons. Up next will be Mario Maldonado.
He's driving that. He's got that wrist control, trying to drive across.
A chirp here along with Powerless Balk. We're in the Big South Championship match here between the Marshall Tigers, who trail 38-0 here to the Red Bulls, with period number 1 expiring here at 1:60. Nathan Simmons against Grant Luagi, a sophomore. Simmons, a junior. We already had one Simmons win tonight, a 4-2 decision for Connor Simmons. Connor now 36-3.
Yeah, sight isn't a big thing in wrestling, but you know, to be able to see the scoreboard is something. I've been blind as a bat without my glasses or contacts. And my senior year at the Big Ten tournament, I forgot my contact lens case, so I stored a couple glasses at the hotel, and the maid came in and dumped them down the sink.
No.
And so we took the neck off the sink, or the gooseneck down below.
Yeah.
I found 1 out of 2.
That's good.
Fortunately, my sister Linda's is blind as a bat too, and so she had her contacts along, and so I said, let me try one of yours, Linda.
Yeah.
So I had one dark blue eye and one regular blue eye, because Linda had the colored one.
And you gave your opponent a black eye.
So
right?
yeah, well, there you go. So
were those the hard ones back then too?
No, they're soft lenses,
soft,
but I looked in the mirror, and it was a little intimidating to have a little darker shade blue in one eye. So, but anyhow, things worked out.
Escape here for Luagi, so it's a 2-1 lead here for Nate Simmons in period number 2, under a minute to go.
Luagi's doing a good job. Simmons needs to get back and set up his takedown. Wrestle his match.
Simmons ranked number 9 in state. Kid from Waconia, Cade Moeller, ranked number 1. And then a Casson Manorville wrestler. And off the circle. Casson Manderville ranked number 1, Simley number 2, and the good part about that, they're both in the same section.
Yeah. Simley is
So one of those teams.
Simley won the state. They probably won the state about 6 times since Short has been up there. Willie Short. He was a teammate of mine at the University of Minnesota.
There was a couple of those short guys up there, wasn't there?
And,
No pun intended.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris was the tallest of the short boys. But I think between the original Shorts, I think there was probably about 10 state titles between the 4 of them, I believe. And then Willie's boy was a 4-time state champion. He wrestled at the university as well.
End of period 2. Nate Simmons 2. Grant Luagi 1. Red Bulls lead the match 38-0. Red Bull wrestlers enjoying a great season. In that Rochester tournament earlier in the year, 40 teams. Simley topped Casson in that one, and Red Bulls finished 8th in that. But they wrestled some good wrestlers: Owatonna, Scott West, Apple Valley, Shakopee, Waconia.
And that was probably an individual score.
Right,
So
right.
It's different than wrestling a dual
Team.
meet.
Yep,
Yeah.
you're wrestling an individual, not again. Then they just add up the points from where you finish.
Right.
You get so many points for first, second, third, or fourth.
Simmons got a quick stance on that last one and got up to his feet. Now he's getting up a little slower. He's getting up. Well, he's got a good riding it from the opposite side that most wrestlers do. And he's going for that cradle. He's a nice long-geared guy.
A point
And, didn't hook it up.
for Simmons. He
Simmons
goes up
gets it.
3-1.
Shot
120.
between the legs. Now he needs to split it. There he is. He's got it split. Hook the ankle. Drive through. Drive through. He needs to drive. He needs to drive through right there. Pin him. Stay right there. Stay right there.
108.
Stay right there. I
Oh.
think he was pinned for a brief moment.
He was on both shoulders there. Under a minute to go. Some more points here for Nate Simmons. He leads 5-1. That would have been a different style pin there, Bal.
Yeah, well, Simmons gets in some very unique positions. Last year he did the spladle, and that's when you kind of pick up the one leg and get the other leg trapped with your leg, and not many people get out of that. There's a guy by the name of Bo Nickel, national champion for Penn State, if you want to look that up on YouTube.
Yeah.
He just did the spladle to a guy from Iowa and got the pin, but very few people are flexible enough to do that.
I think I did that on the sidewalk outside and all the ice out here.
Did the
spladle. Yeah. 20 seconds to go. A reversal here for Marshall. Luagi. It's 5-3. Simmons hanging on here. He's got 10 seconds to go. Period number 3.
Well, Aggie's fighting till the end here. It's a good match.
Simmons is going to hang on. Nate Simmons, 31-8 now. Wins 5-3. And it's 41-0 Red Bulls here in the Big South Championship. What a match. 170. Elijah Sterner against Mario Maldonado. Sterner ranked number 10. He's a senior. Mario Maldonado ranked number 6, and he's a senior. What a match we'll have here.
Should be pretty even. That's John Sterner's boy, Elijah. They said John was in 1984 undefeated state champion for Marshall and went on and had a great football career for Southwest State and was their first national champion at 190 pounds for Southwest State and Marshall.
Good to see Mario back after that football injury last year.
Yeah, Mario's really had dedication to fight back to get to the level he's at, and just think if he hadn't got injured, how good he'd be.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, there's so many people that just would have given up on that, and that was a pretty substantial injury, and he's really come back to fight. Shows good perseverance and good heart to do that. Now he's in a nice single. He needs to drive that across. Sterner fought it off well again. Maldonado controls the underhook. Needs to free up the other hand. Maldonado's got good head position to get in and drive to the single. Nice duck attempt by Sterner, but a little out of position. And I think they go off the mat. There they go.
Off that 28-foot circle, says Balk. If I had my communication device, I could Google that and figure out how wide that is. A minute to go here, period number 1.
Well, the thing I was getting at is when I wrestled for Jay, he ordered out the biggest mat he could for Williams Arena. We used to wrestle there.
Yeah.
We had a 40-foot circle. And he says, we'll know who's stalling.
There you go. That's for sure. You can't work your way off that 40-foot circle very easy. 40 seconds, in fact, here in period 1. No score yet for either Mario Maldonado, ranked number 6, and Elijah Sterner, ranked number 10, both seniors. Patrick Kennedy of Casson Manorville, ranked number 1 in Mario's class.
Kennedy's in a league of his own.
Yeah.
So you got to wrestle the tournament, but
how about that other guy that finished
probably
up?
Walk through it.
Finished up last year, Stevenson won a deal. He's
Gable. He's number 1 ranked heavyweight in the nation for the Gophers. So we're glad to have him as a Gopher.
Yeah, for sure. Here's Maldonado and off the mat. Good save there by the official.
Have a real nice crowd here. It's good to see that people are getting into it. Nice raucous crowd. They're making a lot of noise. Good knowledgeable crowd here for wrestling.
Stevenson made history. He finished 210-3.
210-3. That's
and those
amazing.
2 losses were 3 of those losses came during his 8th grade season.
I had one varsity career less loss than he did. And I was 50-2 or 52-2 if you count my 2 All-State wins against Wisconsin.
There you go. So he wasn't really that good then.
I won't say that.
Yeah. Not to his face anyway.
He's a little bit better, a little bit more success than I did in any of my 4 years.
You think he's another Brock Lesnar?
Well, you know, Lesnar is about 3rd on the totem pole as far as wrestlers go, heavyweights at the university.
Yeah.
Tony Nelson has 2 titles, 3-time finalist. Cole Conrad was a 3-time finalist, 2-time national champion as well. So
yeah,
they call it Heavyweight U, and one of the Big Ten broadcasts, they got down to Billy Pierce. Pierce was ranked number 1 in the country 2 years after me, and he didn't win it, but 3-time All-American. I thought just for a second he might have mentioned me, but they got all the way down to Pierce in the lineup of former Gopher heavyweights.
Yeah. And here's some points for.
That's pretty good. Nice takedown there.
Sterner, ranked number 10 against Maldonado, ranked number 6. Senior versus senior. Here in period number 2, about a minute left.
Sterner's working for a cheap tilt there. Didn't quite get it. You got to break the plane, as they say. And every official's plane is a little bit different. So.
Big South Championship. Hey, Chirp here along with Powerless Balk. The Red Bulls leading 41-0.
A couple guys in attendance there. Reed Getchman, he's a former wrestler there. He always talks about he was in college at Iowa State with when Gable and a few of those boys were wrestling. So
yeah.
He got to watch a lot of good wrestling back then at Iowa State.
He had some nice things to say about you before the match.
Reed did?
Yeah.
Well, that's very nice of him.
30 seconds to go, period number 2. He ain't your dentist, is he?
Well, I won't confirm or deny that.
That's probably good.
Actually, I have another wrestler it's my dentist, Dr. Larson.
They got some.
And he has smaller hands.
They got some wicked tools, those dentists.
But I imagine Reed has my mouth's big enough, and Reed could probably work on it too.
20 seconds. Maldonado trailing here.
Come on, Mario.
And get that leg loose.
Yeah. They're going to call a stall, and the reason being is you're supposed to return your opponent to the mat in 5 seconds. And he counted out more than 5 there.
8 seconds left in period number 2. Maldonado trailing 3-0 to Elijah Sterner. And some
What's that,
confrontation
second?
between the officials
Must have
here
been a
now.
second stall warning. He's waving 1 point there.
Didn't catch a first stall.
Yeah, we busy gabbing there.
Yeah.
Seeing looking at the crowd here. See who else is here that I know.
170. Yeah, a lot of.
Randy Sokolowski's here.
Yeah.
He was honored there for
Yeah, that was
officiating.
a neat honor for retiring wrestler official. 3 seconds to go.
That's, oh, I don't know.
No points. Start of period 3. Maldonado trailing.
Sterner continued to follow him and hopped on him. Otherwise, that'd have been 1 point.
Maldonado with the choice here. You can get that escape here.
Well, an escape and a takedown. That'll tie her up. He didn't escape the last period after, but he's got to get moving. There it is. Sterner cut him loose.
Got the point. Maldonado now trails 3-1, 145, period number 3.
And we need to focus that he does have Sterner has a stall warning on him. He did not give up a point in stalling that last time. So he just had one. This one will cost him a point if he gets a stalling call on him.
Minute and a half to go, period number 3. Maldonado, 25-10 on the season.
Maldonado needs to keep driving now. He could have it. He could have it. Keep driving that. Keep driving it. Sterner trying to whiz
Keep him in the circle.
Sterner's pretty tough in that position too.
Yeah.
Good wrestling on both wrestlers. Maldonado needed to keep driving that and fight that opposing pressure.
He's got a minute to do it. He trails. Maldonado trails 3-1.
That's actually good because you're wasting a lot of time there on the edge.
Yep.
So Maldonado needs to take this up a notch and almost go like a WWE wrestler.
And he's going to call it timeout here.
And he needs to hit a shot, hit a shot, hit a shot. Even if they aren't complete shots, he needs to push Sterner around the mat and get in the mind of a stalling. And that'd make it 3-2, and then a takedown wins it.
Looks like Maldonado lost one of your contacts there, Balk.
Yeah, his probably match.
Yeah.
I'd have been singing Crystal Gale, you know, if she had a brown
blue eyes.
Blue eyes brown.
Yeah.
Brown eyes blue.
So here we go. 50 seconds to go here, period number 3. Maldonado trailing 3-1.
Crowd's getting into it. Nice shot, and there's a ding there. You got the 1 point for stalling. 2 points, 2 point takedown will win it for him.
35 seconds, 3-2. Sterner.
Potentially dangerous.
Potentially dangerous hold. Both wrestlers up.
That's an excellent shot. Get another shot, you get another stalling.
30 seconds, Maldonado trails.
Through. Maldonado's giving it all he has.
23 seconds.
He's got to finish. He's got to drive it across.
Period
good
number
effort,
3.
Good effort. He's going to finish. He's going to finish. Drive that across.
15 seconds.
Got to drive. Keep his hips. Nice
10 seconds.
By Sterner. He just about had that. He needed a base out, and Sterner's going to come out the victor in that takedown there. Excellent effort by Maldonado. Sterner just came out on the edge. Good sportsmanship by both wrestlers. Tremendous match.
What a match. 5-2. Elijah Sterner getting the better of Mario Maldonado. It makes it 41-3 for the match. The Red Bulls lead here for the Big South Championship. And we'll have a change here at 182. Zach Stahl for the Tigers. Myron will be wrestling here at 182. Garrett Myron, 12-9 on the season.
Myron's having a pretty good year.
According to Track Wrestling. Myron signs with Bemidji State for football.
Wonderful.
The quarterback for the runner-up Fairmont Cardinal football team this year.
What I got a kick out of, he was also a defensive end.
Uh-huh.
So you don't see too many of the quarterback defensive end combinations.
Red Bulls lead this Big South Championship match 41-3, 182-pound match here. Garrett Myron wrestling Zach Stahl.
All right, they're getting a little sloppy out there, or tying up here. Myron needs to gain a little control now.
Tristan Lang usually wrestles this weight. He's ranked number 10 in state. Myron stepping in here and talking about that depth here by the Red Bulls.
And Myron, you know, you can usually be up there 195, I believe, you know, and so that's a nice thing, you know. You look at what we've done tonight, inserting a few guys in the lineup and then bumping the rest of them up. It's not easy to wrestle a weight up. You know, you might say 6-8 pounds isn't a lot, but sometimes you get up there and it's a little bit tougher to wrestle these guys that are, you know, kind of on full feed at the next weight. We're going to say hands to the face maybe here.
A point here for the Marshall wrestler.
Yeah.
The senior, Zach Stahl, against the senior, Garrett Myron.
Hands to the face, that's a kind of a call that's come in to play a lot in college wrestling, and this year they've really gone to the hands to the face, or kind of slapping the headgear, and it's kind of taken, you know, the same thing as like the NFL not being able to hit the quarterback. And for us old timers, we don't see anything wrong with it, but
Myron going for the leg here.
So, but something's new like that hands to the face call or snap. There's not a consistency in the calls.
Well, you slap them hard enough, you can stun them for a moment.
Right, and immediately that's a 1-point ding.
Yep. 3 points for Marshall here. When the period comes to a close. Garrett Myron trailing 3-0, wrestling up here. Myron will be up. Hey, other proud supporters of Red Bull Wrestling include the Pizza Ranch, State Farm Insurance, John Corsmo, your agents there, Militella Motors, Mayo Clinic Health Systems, also Rabbi International, Jake's Pizza celebrating 50 years, DeWar Electric, Johnson, Barron's, and Wilson's Law Firm. 1:50 to go here, period number 2. Hey, Chirp here, along with Powerless Balk, the Big South Championship match.
You never have been able to throw a punch legally. I remember the Clunner boys, they came out of Ceylon when I was coaching. And
one of them helped coach, too.
Nick did. And, Nick was a real tough 103-pounder when he first started, and he got second in the state, 171 by the time his career ended. But they didn't know much about wrestling. Pretty green, but great athletes. And we were at a tournament, one of the first tournaments of Mankato West. And Nick got cradled up, and he was throwing punches underneath. And Coach Queasley was the head coach at the time, and he said, no, we can't do that. So he penalized, but he learned. He didn't know at the time.
That's like some of these base runners in softball. You can't lead off, but they would steal and lead off the bag like in baseball.
Are you comparing baseball to wrestling now, Chirp?
Softball to wrestling.
Or softball?
There you go.
That's an excellent. I never thought we'd ever be comparing softball to wrestling, but
it's hard to call a runner out when they lead off, you know. But if you're watching baseball, they lead off in baseball. Why can't you lead off in softball?
Well, you know, that's true.
Yeah. Hey, other proud supporters of Red Bull Wrestling, Day Plumbing and Heating, the Visual Identity Vault, Century 21, Frontier Communications, Midwest Audio Video, Fairmont Booster Club. What year did you graduate high school?
They still had calendars back then.
Yeah, and the hourglass with the sand in it.
We didn't carry them around. I think our stone calendar said 1986.
Yeah. Both coaches questioning the official here.
And, you know, I was taught Roman numerals. Why does, and I don't remember it that well, the Super Bowl needs to go to something else.
The L, three eyes, Super Bowl 53.
That's the only purpose of Roman numerals these
that
days.
you can use.
I think we wasted time in school.
Some of those clocks that you can buy have some Roman numerals.
What's a clock?
Yeah, what's a clock? It's all now digital. You don't need to tell the time. Just that Alexa, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Alexa, what time is it? 50 seconds. Myron trailing.
Driving in on a nice attempt at a takedown, but the Marshall wrestlers got a nice front headlock there.
Myron trailing 6-0 here in period number 2. 42 ticks left here in period number 2.
Now everybody's got their role. Now Myron took a year or two off from wrestling, I believe, and now he's
He played basketball last year, yep.
But he's still, still a 500 wrestler, over 500.
Yeah.
And so, you get to this tournament action, and if he doesn't get beat by more than 4, or if he doesn't get beat by more than 8, he saves the team another point.
Right.
If he doesn't get pinned, he saves 3 points.
That came in big last year with Connor Tortzen.
Yeah, and that's kind of thinking
in the
there.
state tournament, yeah.
And
I've never seen so many people happy for a Red Bull wrestler getting beat.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
He held off, didn't get pinned, and the Red Bulls won their state match. They finished runner-up to Casson Manorville last year. Casson Manorville ranked number 1. The Red Bulls ranked number 4. Perham 3, Simley 2. Scott West, who Fairmont defeated in the state tournament last year. 30-28, an exciting match.
Marshall wrestler getting a little bit high on him there, but
Myron wrestle.
He's got a leg hook there with his arm. He's almost trying to do that spladle move from a roundabout position there, where you have one to the leg and one to the arm. And now he's going potentially dangerous.
Myron trailing 6-0 here. 1:36 to go here in period number 3. Red Bulls lead the match 41-3. The Big South Championship on the line here. Red Bulls on their way.
Marshall wrestler now applying some pressure there. Myron's doing all he can just to keep a base underneath him and square his hips up.
4 pins tonight. Lucas Jagodzinski, Blake Jagodzinski, Jackson Roman, and Peyton Anderson. A minute to go here, period number 3. Myron trailing 6-0. I'd seen his mom out to work there, and she said he was a wrestler from Little League on up. And then last year he played basketball. So he knows a lot about wrestling.
Well, basketball's, it's a fun sport too, but, you just get sick of hitting threes after a while, so you got to go back to wrestling.
There you go. That looked like a wrestling match in the Gopher basketball against Wisconsin. What a physical game that was.
That was, yeah. I watched that game the other night, and I like that Jordan Murphy. He plays well, and he took one to the chin.
6-0, Myron trailing with 10 seconds here in period number 3.
And that's the way it's going to end, I believe. So he gave up 3 points, filled his roll out. Maybe he's going to give up 4 now.
Nope.
Nothing. Just got 1 count. Good job.
Garrett Myron wrestling at 182. Loses 6-0 to Zach Stahl. It's 41-6. The Red Bulls leading here for the Big South Championship. The official getting a little water there. Hey, some other proud supporters of Red Bull Athletics. Slumberland Beamer Companies, Lawn Solutions, American Glass.
Now at 195 pounds, Marshall Tyler Tibb. For the Red Bulls, Shane Steinbrink.
Tyler Tibbs here for the Tigers, and Shane Steinbrink for the Red Bulls, both not listed here.
We got Tim as an extra here. I see he's down below.
Yep.
He's a
Tim,
senior.
not Tibbs. Tim, yep.
Tim with 2 M's, his last name.
Tyler usually wrestles at 138, so he's really wrestling up here.
Well, like you can't do that. You can't wrestle over 2 weights above. So that's got to be a
misprint or
misprint.
something.
Yeah, you got it listed as a 138, but
he looks a little bigger than 138.
Yeah,
maybe 183, huh? Dyslexic those numbers.
Create a new one. Yeah.
Yeah. Shane Steinbrink wrestling here. Shane 6-6 on the season.
And what grade is Steinbrink's grade or not? Or
I don't know if I.
Sophomore. Here it is. It's down
Yep,
below here.
sophomore.
Okay, so he's got a lot of room to improve.
Wrestling a senior here.
So sophomore versus a senior, that's quite a challenge.
195, Tyler Tim. Usually at 195, Jaden Barr, the 8th ranked wrestler, wrestles. Steinbrink wrestling where Myron was supposed to wrestle tonight. We got Jacob Ron coming up and Alvarado Hernandez for the Red Bulls. 41-6. The Red Bulls lead here with half a minute to go in period number 1. Shane Steinbrink, the sophomore, wrestling Tyler Tim, the senior, from the Marshall Tigers. Steinbrink 6-6 on the season. According to Track Wrestling, do you follow that website? If you want a lot of information there.
I usually just go to the old the Guillotine website.
Yeah.
For Minnesota, and then link from there.
Yeah, that's a nice website, the Guillotine. Did you ever have that move done to you,
Guillotine?
or did
No.
to? Uh-huh.
No, I'm not that flexible. Either way.
You just did that step over toe hold, didn't you?
The step over. I did watch a lot of that growing up, though, the old AWA and
Yeah.
Vern Gagne.
And those guys passing away here lately. Here we go.
It's got a reversal. That's not the prettiest reversal at all.
No.
Or I guess it wasn't a reversal because
Nobody had control.
control.
A little more like a helicopter.
There it is. Now it's 2 points. You gave it to him.
2 for Tyler Tim for Marshall. Minute and a half to go here, period number 2. Hey, Chirp here along with Powerless Balk. You're watching Red Bull Wrestling here on the Gemini Studios, Mid-Continent Cable Network. Hey, we're live around the world, Balk,
Yeah.
on the web.
Looks like they're just riding here and trying to get him turned a little bit there. But you were talking about what you have to do to win and lose and do them. He's got a little turn here. He might get some points. But my sophomore year, I was still on B squad because we had a good heavyweight. Kenny Buckmeyer had wrestled in front of me, and actually I had beat Kenny out when I was a junior and he was a senior. And we were the 2 best guys on the team. It's a sad deal, but
Yeah.
anyhow, Kenny was injured, so I got to wrestle against Sherburne, and before the merger and that.
Right. Now Martin County West is Sherburne Tri-Mountain welcome.
Looks like you're going to get a pin. I'll continue a little
Possible, yes.
later. You ran the butcher and got him turned over. Now he's going to adjust.
And Tyler Tim, Shane Steinbrink.
Steinbrink's fighting, but he's about out of fight here, I think. Yep.
And the first pin for the Marshall Tigers. Makes it 41-12. The Red Bulls leading the match. Tyler Tim pins Shane Steinbrink.
And 220 for Marshall.
220.
As you said, Steinbrink, a sophomore, had to wrestle as a senior. Here at 220, Jacob Ron against Zach Felsen.
Ron's doing pretty good this year, from
Yeah.
what I've read about, and he won the Mankato West, or the Mankato tournament last week, I should say.
27-10 on the season, Jacob Ron.
See, that's just
A
hard to
junior.
believe they wrestle that many matches
Yeah.
a year.
How many did you wrestle your
I
senior?
was 27-0 my senior year at state tournament, the state finals.
Well, you know, now that they're not doing duels and triangulars and quads and they're wrestling tournaments, you're going to get more
Gonna get
matches.
a lot more matches.
Yeah. which is good.
Especially if you wrestle back and get third or fifth or something like, you get extra matches.
Yeah. You know, and then when we were wrestling the duels or the trianglers, we'd have 3-4 forfeits from other schools that didn't have all the wrestlers in the weights. So you might get 2 forfeits in a night at a duel or a triangler or whatever.
So anyhow, we wrestled Martin or Sherburne, and I'm a sophomore. My first varsity match, and it was at Fairmont. And my brother had wrestled this guy. His last name was Schley. I forget his first name, but Jay had pinned him when he wrestled 185 2 years earlier. So then you flip it over. Schley is a senior, and I'm a sophomore. I got to pin him to win the dual meet. And I turned him every which way but loose. And I think I beat him like 14-5, cut him loose and turned him up. But he got off the mat every time, and I ended up, I ended up by major decision him.
Yeah.
But maybe it's even 14-3. But they won the dual meet 31-30, and I remember Schley put his hands in the air like he won the Olympic gold.
He lost the match, lost your match, but he won the meet.
So that's what they say. Everybody's got their own role to play, and So it's kind of funny how that works, but it's tough to pin somebody when you actually have to get out and pin somebody.
Is this Everardo wrestling here? Jacob Ron?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Ron's back in the warm-up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they switched places tonight. Yeah, you're right.
So it's Everardo here with a timeout. Good thing I looked down there. I was just reading off my list here. Yeah. So Everardo.
Faber's going to give him a little attention. Faber was a state champion in his day.
Dusty?
Yeah. Yeah, I talk about different generations in the wrestling, and Stubers, we have the Langs, Fitzgeralds, and the mix of them. Potts has got the Lang in him, and Roman's got the Fitzgerald in him, and then like my friend John Sterner, he was a great wrestler in his day, and his boy won for Marshall. So everybody know that second generation wrestler tonight is his one.
And this might be Jaden Barr wrestling. And I think it was, because he's ranked number 8 in state.
Looks like he's put together very well.
And Jaden Barr makes it 41-18.
And sometimes you can tell whether they're a great wrestler by the shoes they wear. Mm-hmm. He had the fluorescent greens.
So Felsen is wrestling Ron here. So Ron 27-10. And Everardo losing here.
See, now here we're look at the disparity in size and stature there.
Uh-huh.
But this kid from Marshall here, you see his legs. He's got the tree trunk legs there. Probably got a pretty good base in there for hanging in there. And Ron's put together. He must. I don't know how tall he is, but he looks like he's taller than I am. Maybe 6'3", maybe. I don't know if he's that tall or not. But he looks a lot taller than this guy.
220, Jacob Ron wrestling here at heavyweight in the 285-pound match here against Zach Felsen.
But there's it just shows that any body can wrestle, as they say. Any body. You get that in there. Any body. And I always had trouble with shorter wrestlers myself. It was tougher to get in on the legs.
Yeah. Long and lanky. It was.
And the taller wrestlers were easier to wrestle.
Another timeout here. Hey, some wins this year. The 75th win for Nathan Simmons coming this year. The 175th win for Jordan Walter, who didn't wrestle tonight. Jordan ranked number 4 in his weight class, 138. Connor Simmons also got his 100th win this year, as did Mario Maldonado, who wrestled tonight. He got his 100th win this year. And then picking up his 150th win this year, Jackson Roman, who won tonight by pin. A pretty good wrestling team, about.
We got 4 or 5 guys over 100 wins.
Uh-huh.
A few over 150. It's just amazing.
What did your total win end up?
52 and 2 if
You
you
said
count
that
the
earlier.
All-Star
Yeah.
Classic with
You didn't start in 8th grade, did you?
No, I was junior, senior. and the one match, my powerless winning effort there.
Yeah.
I won, the team lost. In that duel meet the Martin County West. Or it was
Sherburne.
Sherburne Fairmont. I don't think we ever beat Sherburn.
Yeah.
And they always had a good team. In my junior year, we had a good team, but we beat Blue Earth my junior year in 1985. But I think that was the last time I wrestled him. Sherburne, old Skogerbo coach for years over there, and I think every time I went out, they had her wrapped up, so they forfeited to me in the next 2 years.
Well, this has been a pretty good matchup between, or a match made in heaven between the Martin County West wrestlers and the Fairmont wrestlers.
It really is,
and filled up all the weight classes. No forfeits given up.
This is just an amazing thing that's happened here, and you have to give credit not only to the kids that are going out for wrestling, putting in the time, but there's a lot of dedicated coaches here too.
Yeah, you got Adam Williamson, the head coach, Dusty Faber, Mike Stuber, Darren Allen, Derek Sanders helping out. And got to mention those
Sanders was a state runner-up for Truman in his day.
Got to mention those stat girls too: Kyra Williamson, Jenna Clow, Rachel Sorensen. I don't know, like they got. You want to follow Twitter? Look up the Red Bull Wrestling on Twitter. They got a Facebook page. You do any of that, Powerless?
I Facebook, I look at the Facebook. I've never Twittered or tweeted in my life.
Yeah, you gotta
tweet. That might be more powerless than. I don't know. I still write checks.
Yeah.
Very few people do.
They don't have counter checks anymore, though.
No, that was an amazing thing. We used to have them at the shop, and guy'd come in from, say, Trimont or something. I don't have. I'm out of Trimont blanks. That's okay. Give me a Fairmont one, and I'll just write the bank.
There you go. 1-0 the Tiger. Zach Felsen here over Jacob Ron, or a 285-pound heavyweight class. A minute to go here in period number 2. I did that one time. I owed a guy $10. I went to the Legion there, and I said, "Give me a counter check, I'll pay you." And wrote it out, gave it to him. Yeah,
nice
reversal.
Nice slide by there, takedown
for Ron, Jacob Ron. So I wrote him out the check for $10, and he come a couple weeks later. He says, "Hey, you owe me $10." I said, "Don't you remember I wrote you a counter check?" He showed it to me. I wrote it out. His name was Greg Elger. I wrote Greg Elger, and then I signed it Greg Elger too. I said, "What's the matter? You didn't get your $10?" He said, "Yeah,
funny.
they took it out of my account."
Oh, that's funny.
And I was stone cold sober when I wrote that check.
Yeah, you just put your account number on, and that's all you did. And in essence, it was a PIN number if it's equivalent to today's standards. Yeah.
I kind of laughed at that. I paid $10 to him out of his own account. He got the $10.
That's hilarious.
Now,
Ron's doing a fairly decent job of returning him to the mat there.
Period number 2.
Seconds to go. I think he just needs to ride him out here. And you see how Ron got that takedown. He did the snap down and got around him. That was a good job. You taller wrestler versus a shorter wrestler, kind of snap him down, go around rather than underneath him.
And I think this match last year ended up 45-12 for the Big South Championship. Right now it's 41-18. Red Bulls leading here with period number 2, running out of time here as Jacob Ron leads 2-1 over Zach Felsen.
Do I get to pick the most powerful man of the match?
You got that. We got one of those here.
Wonderful.
Maybe even a couple if you're good. Yeah, the Red Bulls, they're the #1 seed for the section tournament that starts Thursday, February 14th. That'll be here at Fairmont. The first match is Laverne versus Fulda, Murray County Central. And then the Red Bulls will wrestle that winner. The other bracket, New Ulm will take on Worthington. And then The winners of those matches will wrestle Saturday, February 16th over at Worthington. A closer match. I think it was in Marshall last year.
Yeah, it was at Marshall last year.
This year it'll be in Worthington.
And then
I think Dan and I are planning on taking KSUM over there.
Good.
To Worthington.
Because in that other north half, it'll be Marshall awaiting the winner of Dawson Boyd and New London Spicer. And then Redwood River Valley will be taking on Morris area. 50 seconds to go here. Period number 3. Ron leading 3-1 over Zach Felsen. Jacob Ron, 27-10 on the season.
44 seconds left. Ron is all he's got to do is just kind of hang in there. He's there's been no stall calls at all. The Marshall wrestler really hasn't attempted a whole lot of shots. Ron's got that elbow. When there is a nice shot by Marshall, kind of a nice high crotch attempt.
Ron with the leg.
The counter. Now he needs to drive that because he's not in great position there. Now he's driving through. Very nice slide through.
That should seal it for Jacob Ron. With 10 seconds to go. Looks like Ron's going to win with a 5-1 decision.
Very nice. Good job for Ron.
Yes, wrestling up.
Wrestling up a way.
He'll go to 28-10 on the season. Jacob Ron with a 5-1 win, making it 44-18. The Red Bulls win the Big South Championship here over the Marshall Tigers. What a match, Belk.
Yeah.
It started out this way for the Big South champions. Jesse Potts winning a 10-1 decision over Dylan Luage. Potts now the 32-8. Then it was a pair of pins. First it was Lucas Jagodzinski. A second period pin made it 10-0. Red Bulls over the Tigers. Then it was Blake Jagodzinski with another second period pin that made it 16-0 Red Bulls. Then Jackson Roman, a pin in the first period, made it 22-0. Then Connor Simmons getting a 4-2 decision, made it 25-0. Then Cale Stuber with a 3-0 decision, made it 28-0 Red Bulls. Then Peyton Anderson, a first period pin, made it 34-0 Red Bulls. Then Miles Fitzgerald, a 14-3 decision, made it 38-0. Nathan Simmons followed that with a 5-3 decision, making it 41-0 at that point. And then Marshall picked up its first win as Mario Maldonado lost his match 5-2, 41-3 Red Bulls. And Garrett Myron lost his match 6-0, made it 41-6. And then Shane Steinbrink was pinned by Jaden Barr. Marshall's first pin, made it 41-12. And then Everardo Hernandez also was pinned. I think that was by Jaden Barr.
I think so.
Yep, and that made it 41-18. And then in a nice match here to end it, Jacob Ron wrestling up wins a 5-1 decision over Zach Felsen to make the final 44-18. The Red Bulls win it here over the Marshall Tigers. They take home the Big South Championship.
They're getting their picture taken at
there's Coach
Matt there. The nice thing about tonight's matchup was there was absolutely no forfeits. Absolutely no forfeits in tonight's teammate.
In both teams.
That's very nice.
I'm going to have a team championship picture here. The Red Bulls. They want everybody out there.
Second consecutive.
They got some hardware.
And they've deserved it. So they've done real well here. And, This is the tough thing, taking pictures of the wrestler, because, you know, when you're in that element, there's absolutely no smiling, you know.
One boy we didn't get to see there holding that plaque trophy there, Jordan Walter, KYC, him and Jackson KYC
He's down there,
Athletes of the Week.
holding the trophy up, like you said.
He'll get healthy.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Lang is in a sling there, so
Yeah.
hopefully
Get
he
out of the way, Coach. We want to take some pictures.
He gets healthy. He's
Yeah.
going to get in the picture himself now.
There's Coach getting in the picture.
Coach Williamson.
Congratulations to the Red Bull wrestling team. You figure out your wrestler of the night here. I'll give him that ranch gift certificate.
Well, I'm going to go with the guy that stepped in and beat a ranked wrestler tonight. And I'd like to go with Blake Jagosinski. Not only did he beat him, he ended up getting a fall over the ranked wrestler. What was ranked 5th, I think, in the state.
Yep.
So took it to him, and that's what you do. I mean, you got a deep team. You get a chance, an opportunity to get out here and wrestle varsity. You go out and wrestle and get the win. And I'm sure he was expected to win, but he went out and he won, but he got the pin. So I'll call him the most powerful man of the meet.
Oh, great choice, Balk. Great choice. Hey, I want to thank all the proud supporters of Cardinal and Red Bull Athletics, along with the viewers at home watching live around the world on the web, GeminiStudiosMN.com, or else you can go to the Fairmont Sports Facebook page and watch it on Facebook Live. And also hear tape delay on Midco Channel 20. Yeah, I want to thank my broadcast partner, Powerless Balk, Jay Balcom.
Thank you,
Jeff or Jay?
Yeah, you don't dare call Jay powerless. He frowns upon that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I appreciate your insight and your wealth of wrestling knowledge.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Chirp. Good working with you. And
I'm not sucking up to get that Valentine's
like
gift,
I say, you know, if it weren't for heavyweights, you'd be here by yourself. So.
There you go.
Maybe you have to team up with Scott on the next one again, but between the big guys, we'll get her done.
You heard that wife woke up in the morning and she looked over her husband and she said, I had a dream last night. You gave me a necklace for Valentine's Day. You know what that means?
Oh.
He says, I think I do. So Valentine's Day comes and he's got a box for her wrapped up there for Valentine's. She unwraps it. It's a book that says what dreams mean.
Very good, Chirp.
Hey, we'll be listening for you on the radio there.
We'll do that
for the section match over there.
We appreciate
Yep.
everybody following us online and on the radio, everybody. And Gemini Studios does a great job. They do a better job when I do Red Bull Wrestling than when I've done a little bit of the Ada East Chain Martin Luther girls basketball, because I have nieces on that team. But we have fun regardless. So thanks again, Chirp, and great working with you.
You betcha. Red Bull's now 17-1 in matches here, and winners of several tournaments this year. And they move on, and the section's set, and hopefully we'll have another state run bout.
Yeah, future right there. Just got a takedown, little kid.
I can get that picture for the paper there.
Just took Simmons down.
Yep.
Lost his shoe in the effort.
Yep.
He's going again now.
All right.
They're out to the center. He's using all the circle. He's working the edge.
Yeah. That's where
Simmons in on a shot.
That's where
it's counter.
That's where it started, doesn't it, Belk?
There's the counter. He's giving a little pressure on the head. He's still coming at him. No takedown. He's coming at right in the center now.
There you go.
Working his way. Working the stance. Turns around. He knows he's on camera now.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of camera, what a great job by our cameraman producer. The benevolent overlord here tonight, Bruce Abbott. Good job, Bruce.
Oh, now they're back.
It might be tag team.
A three-way match now. Unheard of in high school wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's too bad they don't have tag team wrestling.
It'd probably take it at a whole new level.
That it would. Thanks once again, Balk.
Yeah, you betcha.
And listen for Balk and the radio team, KFUM or KFMC, for future matches.
Another takedown.
We wish the Red Bulls much success coming up here.
Yeah, I think they'll get healthy and right time of the year and right up onto the state. So.
Hey, the Red Bulls, the Big South champions over the Marshall Tigers here tonight, 44-18. For Balk and the benevolent overlord, Bruce Abbott, this has been Chirp. Stay on the planet. Good job, guys.
Thank you very much.
Come on, Now he should come out and pose.